Welcome into the Ravens Rundown here on the Newsbreak app. I am your host, Harrison Graham. Today we are reacting to Mel Kiper's two-round mock draft. We'll take a look at the two picks he made for the Ravens, and I'll give you some reaction and analysis on each of those picks. So let's go to round one, pick number 27 overall, Terrace Marshall Jr., the wide receiver out of LSU. A player I like a lot. I think the Ravens could still use some help on the outside at the wide receiver position, and I think number 27 overall is about the right range for Terrace Marshall Jr. I've seen as early as the early 20s and as low as early second round. So 27 overall, that's good value, and Baltimore needs another receiver. You got to get Lamar Jackson, another weapon on the outside. You've got Marquise Brown, you got Sammy Watkins, but as you guys know, Watkins has a pretty deep injury history. You can't count on him to play 16 games, and you bring a guy like Terrace Marshall on board, this is a big play receiver on the outside. Average over 15 yards a catch in 2020, over 730 yards there, 10 touchdowns, which I really like quite a bit. Was a part of that Joe Burrow national title team in 2019 and was very productive that year too with Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson on the roster. Still this year, he becomes the number one guy because Jefferson goes pro and Chase opts out, and he was still able to be very productive despite playing with some inconsistent quarterback play. 6'3", 200. He's got that good size. He can high point the football. I think Terrace Marshall can be a really, really good pro, and it would give Baltimore another physical type of weapon on the outside. Grade the pick of Terrace Marshall at number 27 overall by Mel Kiper Jr. A, B, C, D, or F. Get your grades in the comment section. I'd give it a B, B+. Solid, good pick. I think he'll be a number 2 type of receiver in the NFL, which is certainly a good thing for the Baltimore Ravens. In round two, Mel Kiper goes offense again. The offensive line position, more of an interesting pick here. Liam Eichenberg, the left tackle out of Notre Dame, who's played strictly left tackle throughout his college career. And this one's a bit puzzling because you got Ronnie Stanley coming back, who's your left tackle. Orlando Brown wants to play left tackle, so you might trade him. So you're thinking, maybe Eichenberg could kick to right tackle. But it's probably more likely if Baltimore selected Eichenberg, you'd probably kick him inside the left guard. That's what Mel Kiper wrote up. He said, I think you'd kick him inside in this scenario. I don't love that idea because, to me, if you're drafting offensive tackles that have a chance to be a tackle, make them a tackle because there is a lack of talent at offensive tackle in the NFL right now, especially at left tackle. Don't make a left tackle a guard. I think this is more of a puzzling pick. Obviously, with Orlando Brown possibly getting traded, that would open up a spot to try and get better on that offensive line, but I don't necessarily view Liam Eichenberg as someone who would kick over to right tackle. So, me personally, while I don't hate the pick, I don't like it as much. I don't like it as much as the Terrace Marshall pick. Look, you kick Eichenberg inside, maybe he's a Pro Bowl left guard. I don't know, but I would prefer to, if I'm a team, to draft him at tackle, play him at tackle, because A, that's what he's played in college, and B, that's where the value is on the offensive line, protecting your quarterback on the blind side, and you already have that left tackle in Ronnie Stanley. So I would have gone in a different direction, but still not a bad pick by any means. Better pick overall. Type M for Terrace Marshall at number 27 overall, or you can type E for Liam Eichenberg at 58 overall. I like the Marshall pick better, especially for this Baltimore team, but go ahead and get your votes in on this one. And while you're at it, before we sign off, go ahead, hit that follow button on the Newsbreak app. More Baltimore Ravens news, rumors, and especially a lot of draft videos coming your way leading up to the NFL Draft later this month. Go ahead and hit that follow button here on Newsbreak.